Welcome to Raiatea and Taha'a. These two islands share a barrier reef and are wilder and less polished compared to its neighbors of Moorea and Bora Bora. It's a place where things tend to go untamed, like world-class waves break over razor-sharp reef, the shoreline is sandless, and rugged hills in its interior are the norm. Raiatea is one of the most sacred islands in French Polynesia. It's believed that Raiatea is the island from which all of eastern French Polynesia was colonized, and the name itself translates into Big Sky. So come along as I show you what to do and experience on these beautiful islands. Welcome to Raiatea Cribs. This is called Island Home. It's an open-air, outdoor, indoor bungalow. It starts with a kitchen here, cute little stove, and dining area. Then we have a living room, up the stairs, over the garden area, where there's avocado, banana, and papaya trees, into this bungalow here. I have 2 bedrooms. It's kind of a rustic, hippie vibe, beach house, over a little bridge into bedroom number 2. You can hear the motorbikes, the roosters, everyone in the background. This opens to a front deck and it's nice and spacious. Go on a lagoon tour. I have lumped Raiatea and Taha'a together because they share one lagoon and it's easy to see them both on one single trip. So most of the Society Islands offer boat tours, and the islands of Raiatea and Taha'a are no different. Catch your boat at the tiny village of Uturoa and head out on the water. Snorkel at the Coral Gardens. First step on a lagoon tour was snorkeling at Raiatea's Coral Gardens near La Taha'a by Pearl Resorts. We got off our boat and walked across an island, past people harvesting coconuts, and jumped into the water for our drift snorkel. Out of all of the Society Islands, this snorkeling spot ended up being one of my favorites. The water was so clear despite the hazy skies, and the coral bommies were just within reach. Of course, we didn't touch them, but it was so nice seeing everything up close. Shop for black pearls. Tours also stop at a pearl farm where the famous Tahitian black pearls are grown and harvested. Did you know that black pearls can actually be any color? The pearls get their color from the black-lipped oyster, which then can create pearls that are an iridescent green, pink, blue, gray, or that dark black color you see and love. After a rainy journey from the pearl farm, we made it to Motu, which is a little island, for lunch. Lounge on a tiny Motu. Now that we've worked up an appetite, it's time for lunch. French Polynesia's national dish is made from fish marinated in lime juice and tossed into a bowl of carrots, cucumber, chilies, and coconut milk.
Okay, donc l'autre main par-dessus, and then push. Y'en a.
Of course, we also learned how to open a coconut, which is a not so surprisingly helpful skill when you're in French Polynesia. Visit a family-owned vanilla plantation. Taha'a produces up to 70% of the region's vanilla, and growing it is a tedious process. So we just visited a vanilla plantation, and the process for harvesting vanilla is quite intense. Let me show you. According to our tour guide, vanilla originally was endemic to Mexico, and it was brought over to Tahiti or the islands of Tahiti. But the bee to pollinate the vanilla bean doesn't exist here, so each flower has to be pollinated by hand. Once it's pollinated by hand, it grows into these beans, which take about 9 months to grow to full size and then harvest. After that, they have to dry in the sun for 2 months. Go Rum Tasting. Now that we have our vanilla, it's only right to find a bottle of rum to put it in. Rum here is made from 6 species of sugarcane grown nearby. The sugarcane is made into molasses, fermented, distilled, and served. The pulp from the sugarcane is turned into compost. We tried the 110 proof, and I would say that's a little bit too strong for my taste. So Hannah and I just picked up some vanilla from the vanilla plantation, and now we got a bottle of rum from the rum distillery. We're gonna pop the vanilla into the rum, let it sit for a week, travel around, and hopefully in Bora Bora we'll have some delicious vanilla infused rum. Swim with sharks. The rainy weather on our lagoon tour threatened our last stop, snorkeling with reef sharks, but we begged the captain to let us jump in. By now, I'd seen them tons of times throughout French Polynesia, but jumping in and swimming alongside them still never got old. Visit Raiatea's interior. Few people travel to Raiatea and Taha'a, and even fewer people actually explore its interiors. On Raiatea, there's botanical gardens, plateaus, and hiking trails. You can find rivers and really scenic lookout points if you just kind of drive around and pull off wherever looks interesting. There's a free car wash station. But it's a DIY situation, and the river eels accept hard-boiled egg donations. Here we are at a cute little river with eels inside. There is apparently mermaids here, and I think I see one coming. She's waving hello. She speaks English. It's a Canadian variety, not endemic to the island. Imported on a rogue Hawaiian Airlines flight and then managed to make 2 Air Tahiti stops before arriving in Raiatea. Kayak to an outer Motu. We just went on a kayaking journey to this little Motu here. It's surrounded by a cute barrier reef, tropical water, there's a fire pit, just outside our house. Raiatea's shoreline is rugged, and white sandy beaches are relegated to its outer Motu. Hannah and I rented a kayak from our accommodation, grabbed our snorkeling gear, and paddled to a tiny sandy beach just in front of Fish and Blue, which happens to be our last stop. Enjoy a sunset dinner at Fish and Blue. Once the sun hovers above the horizon, head to Fish and Blue. The owner of this restaurant has mastered the art of beachy chic decor. Grab an ice-cold Hinano and head out on the jetty to take in the views. The menu changes daily, and you'll often hear the specials from the owner herself. There is so much more to see on Raiatea and Taha'a. Everything I know, every tip I have, every place I recommend is detailed in my guidebook, Moon, Tahiti, and French Polynesia, which is linked in the description below. If you're traveling to other islands, check out our other videos.